Hey guys, Doug here again with another little video, maybe a fun video today. I rediscovered this fella right here, old little Mr. Gnome from one of my earlier carvings, probably, I don't know, even 6 years ago. And when I look at him now, he's horrible. He's just horrible. He has so many mistakes in him. And I want to rip off a video idea I saw Alec Lacasse do, who in turn ripped it off of Vic Hood, but they were called from good to great. In this case, we're going to do bad to better because we can't do any more than that because he's maybe too far gone in some areas. But there are so many beginner mistakes that I want to work through and show you how to fix them or just not make them. And by doing that, I'm going to try and cut a line down the center here, and I'm just going to work on half of it so we can have the bad to better. Oh no! So here's our little fella. The little cut line here, not quite center because he's crooked. I nicked 1 foot here, and I got the nose off center, but that's okay. So first things I see are the eyes. These eyes are just flat eyes. See that? You can't, when you look on the side, the eyes disappear, all right? The beard is very shallow, very straight lines. Look how thin the arms are, all right? So as we go, the hair comes right down to the shoulder here. The mustache goes way over there. And his feet are as wide as his waist. But we may not do too much with the feet, but anyway, let's just dig right into this fella. So right off the bat, these arms are super shallow, so I should probably put on a carving glove just because I can. And I got a new one in the mail today, so that's why. Let's just cut these way in a lot deeper, all right? It's a good place to start. A V-tool is a good tool for doing this. Then you don't get double cuts. But right. As we go, I'm going to start taking some of the paint off too, and maybe this guy will be mostly unpainted by the time we get done. All right, same thing on the bottom. Gonna get a little bit more underneath here. So the idea is just to get enough that looks a little bit more realistic, that is a real arm, not just a paper thickness there, all right? All right, that's a good start. What else are we going to do here? Well, while we're doing that, we might as well put in that cuff again. Right. All right. Take some paint off here. And right up into the hair. Right here, let's talk about this hairline. Hair, I have it going straight down, all right? You can see I'm just going to take a big cut down there. And we're going to go across here too, right into that mustache, because that mustache is way over there. Let's cut that out of there, all right? So now we can see the hair coming back, see that? As opposed to straight down, all right? Nose, very, very flat looking nose. Look at that nose up here. All right. I'm going to try and stick to one side here. A little flat section on the bottom. We can cut a little nostril in there. It's very long nose too. Much too long. We'd like to put a little nasal, flare on there too. if we can, but pretty thin. And then a little bit of the point there, so we'll scoop it out. All right. Like I said, not much we can do with the nose with the little wafer I left myself, but there again, you can already see the difference. A little bit of detail makes big old nose. But this face here, you see how flat this face is. So that's going to take some remedying. This mustache comes way over, which is not the end of the world, but it's not realistic at all. We'll try and get these cheeks out a little bit too. All right, get a little bit more of a cheek going. But the real thing is, I'm going to take this little 10 millimeter number 9 and this eyeball. I'm going to scoop that eye. I'm going to make it disappear. Right out of there. All right, no more eye. When you have a cheekbone here, you'll know your temple comes way in like this too. So right there again, we're going to just swoop that temple from the cheekbone up. We're going to thin the top of the face. See that? Just going to thin that out, and we'll do the same thing on the hair too. Like a little bit of a V cut here. All right. Come back here. All right. We're getting there. Might as well take the paint off of here. Take it off the cheek. All right, we're getting there. A little bit better. A little bit better already. Just keep comparing these two sides. So we can even where's my knife here? All right, the mouth too. I'm going to let's just dig this mustache or the beard right underneath there. Make that mustache a little bit heavier. Just by undercutting it. Like I said, we're not headed for great. We're headed for better, because great was never here. All right, but we can make some subtle improvements. And like I said, these are just little things that, well, almost every beginner makes these mistakes. So I don't feel bad about it. I just can do better. All right. Now, I want to come up, remove that little bit of antiquing there. The side of the nose should never be a hard edge. I like to have a little bit of a softer side of the nose. Right. But we're working with what we got here, so just trying to, look at that. So basically my nose on that side is gone. Do this again. Now I can come across with it. All right. Now, as far as the eyeball goes, this wood is old and dry too. But let's just put an eyeball. Start with a little dot here. And you can already see from the side view, you can still see that line already. So that's a good thing. All right. Let's just draw in a little eyeball here. All right. We're not going to go too much below the center line, but to do that, I'm just going to make a little V cut. I'm going to remove that inner V. All right, on that side. Same thing over here. Just doing little stab cuts. Take that little V out of there. Okay. I'm just going to roll that, join those two V cuts, top and the bottom. All right. I'm just going to cut up there. And down here. So, okay. Look at that eye to that eye. From this side, I know it all looks white from there, but you can see the eyeball. No eyeball. Very flat. So. Alright, I'm going to take my little number 11. Just gonna do a little soft eyelid here. Alright. Same below. Into it. Bring that over a bit. Alright. And I'll take a little V tool just to make it a little bit sharper. Follow the same around. And up in. Alright, now I'm going to bring this down a bit like so. When I get over here, I'm going to carry that through. Just kind of come underneath that eyelid. Alright. Now I'm going to bring that back right into that. Alright. And then I'm going to take a little chip out of here to give a little bit of a shadow. Alright. There we go. What do you think? I think it's looking better already. Now, to the beard. Very whisper thin beard. Very, very heavy chest. So I'm going to take my V tool. I'm going to go right in there. Try and create some depth on that beard. Right. Same thing underneath. Not to the same degree. People say you should always have your first carvings to look at and to learn, and I think you should always learn from your first carvings. All right, let's take all this off of here. Yeah, I just thought this would be a real fun little video. Like I said, Alec did it on his Fundamentals of Woodcarving school. I thought it was a great idea. This was in my daughter's bedroom in a box. It was just kind of rediscovered recently, so I thought, perfect. All right. All right, I don't really care for the square bottom beard either, but not too much we're going to do about that. had a bit of a lip going there. So if we want to make a real happy fellow, we can make him a bigger lip by taking a nice chip out of there for the mouth. All right. I'm just going to make him a little bit happier with a bigger smile. If you remember, his other smile was almost non-existent. It was so tiny you couldn't even see it. So this guy is laughing. I don't have to use... It's a hard time breaking the habit of just using my knife. We can use some other tools. All right. My goodness, this guy's... He's happy now. Oh dear. All right. So, ideally I don't like this inside corner here at all, even with this, because it just doesn't really tie together very well. It should almost come right up in beside there, but there was no room for it, so we can still work with what we got. All right. So many little color flakes here. I guess I'm gonna go around. Might as well take the paint off the mitts too, just because. Alright. Okay, so anytime we can too, every time we have one of these little inside corners, we always like to give a little shadow. A little extra shadow. Alright. Same with underneath even. There we go. Take some of this off of here. Give his elbow a couple creases, a couple extra creases. All right. We got a few like that. We can go a little bit heavier. All right. So the key is depth. All right. Even that shoulder is a little bit funny, but when you're beginning carving, always afraid to go deep. That's why I say, like, look how shallow the arm is. Look how thin the beard is. Flat face, square side. See that, how it's got that kick in there? It can even go a little bit more if I wanted to. Really, just bring that temple area in. Makes such a difference in the face to thin up that, brings the cheek out and thins up the temple. All right, compared to that flat, square. All right, but we can always give a little bit of room for another eyebrow up there. But we can draw this line down here. What can I say about the hat? The hat is huge. His head's not back here, but it's not the worst thing in the world. We can get that hat closer. These kind of hats sit, the head is in the hat. It's not on the head, so we can Get that closer in. Thin up that hat. Oh, I went over my line. Oh, bother. All right. Square hair. We want to get that hair on an angle back. If it's gonna have hair that long, it's gonna be come from inside the hat and come out, sweep out. All right, fun. Looks different already. Yeah, I would never ever make that beard and mustache combo like that again, but that's what we got to work with. He looks so different. We should here. Let me find it. Take my pencil. Give him a little character. Put his soul in him. Give him the eyeball right away. All right. So now, if I was to redo that beard, what would I want to do differently? I would take my gouge, and I would just make, little turns and curls with the, splits. Little turns with the hair. All right. Same with the mustache. Go a little bit. Using far too big of a tool in this, but I'll get some more detail with a smaller tool. But yeah, I am rushing this a little bit, I guess. Little number 11 on there. Want to run it right off of there and create some edges on that beard. See how this is just square edging? You want to be able to come off, and even if you take your knife in a few spots and just put little V cuts, breaking up the monotony of that beard. All right, so we got some little shadows, even on the side. We can do the same thing on the side. All right, a little number 11 again here. Come right up. Same thing on the front. We're just breaking up these little edges. Look at that. I went all the way around like that, and really it should just become toot. All right. Cheek is a little bit wonky there. We can run a little side action there. cheek. I kind of got that undercut a little bit too much, or side cut I should say, on the cheek over here, but not much we can do about that. Just softening it up then. All right. So, what can we do now? We can, like I said, these boots are horrific, but I don't know that we're going to get, I don't even know if we want to start into them, but we can take them way back. Legs can come up into the under the coat. They're not really level. They should be a lot thinner. A lot thinner. Even a little bit narrower at the back. All right, get that heel back in there. All right, take some of the back off here. I'm really just worried about the front for this video's sake, but all right. A little bit over here. All right. I don't want to get too carried away. We can bring the pant leg down a bit. Over. Now we're gonna make a little crease. Then we'll put that sole back in the shoe. Oh, I took that right off. Oops. I don't know why I'm not using my V tool more, but why don't I? Why don't I? Alright. Run that V tool around the sole. Put the sole back on the bottom of the shoe. Anyway, I didn't want to turn this into a real super long video, but I did want to just go over beginner mistakes. So the main beginner mistakes are always not deep enough. The eyes aren't deep enough. The nose is too flat. Doesn't have any character. There's no little nostril or nothing. No side nostril flare. The hair was straight without that. Even still, you know what? Even still, I'd still come back a bit more. All right. All right. I don't like how the this corner worked out, but it was already done. But I would have more of a sideburn area. But yeah, what you gonna do? Okay. And the mouth was, look at the lip, the little piece of a lip that was left there. Now we got a big lip. A little bit more detail in the beard, and I hardly scratched the surface, but you can keep going over that for a long time, adding all kinds of extra detail, smaller veiners and V gouges and whatnot. But all right, just finishing up a little bit of hair here. I think I have to paint it. I'm gonna have to paint it just to show the difference from side to side. Maybe I'll even paint it different colors just to really highlight the differences. But a couple more things and that'll be it. Like I said, not gonna be perfect. It is bad to better, and I think it's better. That's where we're at. So give me a minute. I'm going to go paint that one side. Maybe I definitely am going to do different colors just to show highlight the differences. Well, there you have it. There's our little guy. Like I said, this video was just to encourage you to really dig deeper and give more texture, more contour. But don't be afraid to carve a little bit deeper, and make sure the eyes can be seen from the side. And yeah, so different kind of video. I don't know what you think about it, but I thought it was kind of fun, and I had fun anyway. And it's a good lesson for all of us to just pay a little bit more attention, and don't be afraid to cut your wood. So that's all I got for you. So there you go. See you next time, guys. Later.